That's what you should do next time you come to the hotel. Get some tape and lights for it. My alarm clock the past few days has been popped up out the bed.
Actually, my alarm clock is not.
Nuh-uh. 5th grade?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3.
Championship semifinal matches will be wrestled on mats 5 and 6. Semifinals.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We'll wrestle one weight at a time.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. What's up? Yeah, I'll have two commentators are gonna be here with you guys. So
Let me get the kids.
2 commentators, they'll be standing or sitting here. So.
I think Disney's coming here, guys.
Were you camera operating yesterday? What, Matt? 1? Cool. Well, I'll just say try to keep the ref in the shot, you know, so we can see those calls. And then don't be too tight so we're missing action, and don't be too wide to where you can't see the action, right?
Yeah, I only zoom in once they get like really far away. You guys are able to zoom in even if it's like out, right? You guys can like zoom in on your side, so.
Oh no,
Oh no, you can't. So you guys see what I have already.
Oh yeah, I mean we could see what you're working with, but we can't like we can't zoom in for you. That'd be pretty cool.
No, not for me. I'm talking about like this. Like, are you able to zoom in on your side if I'm not zooming in?
We wouldn't do that.
So then, how would you guys be able to see if the match was all the way over there and I didn't zoom in?
Well, we wouldn't be able to see it, right? That's why we gotta trust our camera operators.
I got him. I think I got him in a match.
Okay.
Don't tell him.
Good stuff. Do you know whose stuff is this?
No, I don't. It must be a team or something.
Yeah, looking like a team video thing.
Yeah, can I put these on, right? No, that's for them.
That would be the commentators.
Yesterday I was sitting. Do you have a chair?
Do I have a chair? I'm up there. Me and my buddy are in charge of all the streams.
We got another guy back up. All right, guys in the stands. Come on. If you're not working the field, you gotta go. Scooter's the backup. Scooter's the man, I heard. You gotta go in the stands.
Yeah, he is the man.
Okay. You gotta go in the stands. Gotta go. Tell that guy stand. We just need to make sure we stay on top. Yep. All right. You have to. Yeah, we got a guy that we evaluate.
Alright. Hurry up, Derek. I got snacks too. Wait, who's tagging? No, we don't. We got Jesse, we got Bobby, we got Scooter, and we got Sarah. What's good, bro? We gotta be the one. 25. I guess. Should I move this? Oh. Who's this? What else? He's from, okay. ever, you're gonna be the tapper?
I will. Y'all are doing great. Thanks. Awesome.
All right.
Kiss of death now.
Ah, y'all got it.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So we gotta know who's doing what. So score.
I'll be hanging on the
So score.
play-by-play.
Here's gonna be +1.
Interesting
All right, and
things.
then Everest the tapper.
Matchups.
So there's like two different things. There's like, you know,
You're not going to be able to hear yourself in the ears. You're not going to be able to hear him. But come finals time, obviously we got a whole
I'll just leave one
broadcast.
ear off.
yeah. So it can be technical.
Yep.
What's happening? You know, kind of.
David Taylor style.
Yeah.
Here's what he needs to do right here. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go
Or,
crazy with that.
Or, you know, results, rankings,
Yep.
history type of thing. Or like their history in this tournament, like how they got here kind of deal.
Yep.
All right. Line away from the
Plus Dwight Schrute trivia.
Okay. What song was Dwight Schrute singing in the first episode while he was setting up his phone?
Little drummer boy.
Little Drummer Boy.
And Angela wants that played at her
That's-
wedding.
yeah.
And he's like, that's perfect because I always thought that song was so much bigger than Christmas. La, 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 la.
Let's see. Who do we got
Here,
first?
let's do it up close because
Wrestlers, coaches, please clear the mats.
We're getting Unger D'Agostino first.
Semi-final round.
how's it going, man? Have you used this yet? This tournament? Okay, sweet.
Invitational.
Only thing to watch out for is that little scoreboard because it doesn't show up here, but in the bottom left corner, try to keep action out of that.
125
It'll be
pounds.
good.
Nico Provo of Stanford and Jory Wolf of Wyoming up on mat 5. Semi-final match, 125 pounds on mat number 6. Brett Unger of Cornell and Michael D'Agostino of Michigan on mat 6. Up on mat number 4, consolation match at 125 pounds, Caleb Smith of Nebraska and Matt Ramos of Purdue. You're up on mat 4. Smith and Ramos on mat 4. On mat number 7, consolation match, 125 pounds, Tanner Jordan of South Dakota State and Brandon Taylor of Oregon State. You're up on mat 7. Jordan and Taylor to mat 7. On deck on mat number 4, consolation match, 133 pounds, Ethan Oakley of Appalachian State and Nick Bouzakis of Ohio State. You're on deck on mat 4. Oakley and Bouzakis on deck mat 4. On deck on mat 7, 133-pound consolation match, about 544, Julian Barber of Northern Iowa and Dominic Zaccone of Campbell. You're on deck on mat 7. Barber and Zaccone to mat 7. Officials, you may begin your matches.
All right, good morning from Las Vegas. Time for semifinal action here at Cliff Keen. This is mat 6. This is going to be the bottom side semis. I'm Christian Piles, joined today by John Kozak. Good morning, Jonathan.
Good morning, Christian. You ready for some incredible wrestling?
Yeah, I'm ready. Yesterday was incredible. The upsets started right away and did not stop until the final whistles were blowing. The gauntlet that we've seen some guys have to go through, some of the wrestleback pitfalls that have eliminated some really good wrestlers. I would not want to be the ranker that you are after this. run
Yeah,
of
this
events.
week it's going to be a lot of fun with all the upsets to sort through. And, yeah, see who comes out on top and try to get it right. But, man, we've got a good one here coming up. We got Michael D'Agostino, Brett Unger, going to be our first semifinal.
All right, underway, 125 pounds here. You got Michael D'Agostino in the blue and beard of Michigan, taking on Cornell's Brett Unger in the red.
Yeah, Unger, a sophomore now for Cornell. Kind of had an up-and-down season last year, finished in the round of 12. He is currently ranked number 6. D'Agostino, All-American a couple years ago. He is ranked number 8.
Underhook on the right side. No head position there for D'Agostino. The opening 30 seconds here. Of course, semifinal action wrestled on mats 5 and 6. If you want to check that out, you can see across the mat as Jory Volk wrestling Nico Provo. Provo pulling off one of the bigger upsets yesterday, taking out NCAA finalist Matt Ramos. There you see a hard club to underhook attempt there by Michael D'Agostino, transferred from Northwestern to Michigan this year. And now he goes to that underhook, but good head position from Unger. Gonna make it tough for D'Agostino to generate any offense. Now, both these guys really tough on the mat. So I'm curious how much of this bout will be decided from neutral.
Yeah, you could see one takedown win this match with the way that these guys wrestle, how tough they are, how stingy they are in giving up points. One takedown could really be the difference here.
Short offense position here for D'Agostino. And they're gonna stalemate it back to center. Minute 16 to go. Tight collars once again. Now they go forehead to forehead. Elbow control there for Unger as D'Agostino's really the one dictating the hand fight right now. He's the one, you see him get those hips in, trying to get to those underhooks, and then go drag, pancake attempt. Good little combo there from D'Agostino, but not gonna probably be able to score from this position. 42 seconds to go in the first. And they're gonna go off the mat out of bounds right in front of us here. 37 to go in the first.
Unger's won a couple close matches in a row, had to beat Diego Sotelo in the round of 16, and then All-American Brandon Kaler in the quarterfinals. That bout was a marathon, went to tiebreakers. I believe in the third tiebreakers, second set of rideouts, Unger was able to get that win. D'Agostino took out Tanner Jordan in the quarters, was down actually in the third period, got a takedown.
Nice shot, there's a stall warning against Unger. First warning of the match.
Probably merited there, you know, you mentioned D'Agostino dictating the pace.
Yes. Short time as they're on the edge here. D'Agostino wants that score, and as you mentioned, D'Agostino, it wasn't a volume of attacks per se, but very much dictating the hand fight, trying to create some offense for himself and for his efforts. He heads into the second period with a stall warning against his opponent, Brett Unger. D'Agostino gonna go under to start the second period.
Yeah, and this is big. You know, Unger can be tough on top. He can put on a good ride, can work his turns. And so this will really show us how the rest of the match will go, how quickly, if D'Agostino is able to get out from underneath.
D'Agostino leans really hard to the right, and he's able to tripod up and escape in 4 seconds. That could be big. Quick escape, nice shot by Unger. He's in deep on a single leg. Locking around the waist now is Michael D'Agostino, but he's got to be cognizant of the neutral danger zone rule as Unger collects the other foot. He has the bottom leg trapped. He's gonna try to pop that knee and get his head to the outside, but D'Agostino doing a good job keeping that foot, slowing down the finish, and they gave a danger one swipe. And remember, it's gonna take 3 for it to be a call. He's close to the 3, excuse me. 3-point takedown for Brett Unger. So 3-1 the lead. It was really just a nice shot from space. Looked like maybe even a double to single leg. And able to get the finish. Now it goes right to the wrist. They go out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like maybe just caught D'Agostino flat-footed there. Really timed it well as D'Agostino was coming in. Great job there for Unger. Takes control of this match. It's a little over a minute to go in the second period.
And you know, you say caught off guard, you know, given how Brett sort of approached that first period, it probably did surprise him a little bit because he didn't really show an interest in the attack, and then bang, hard single leg, and there's a good chop on that left side. As you mentioned, he likes the turns. He likes to get the wrist and work for a tilt. D'Agostino now flattened out, head lever on that left side. Shane Sparks calls it a coffee grinder. I won't argue with him.
Now D'Agostino really needs to work here from underneath with Unger putting on that ride. Riding time over 40 seconds now. An escape will be huge for D'Agostino. A ride out huge for Unger.
35 to go, riding time. Now at 50 seconds, D'Agostino up to his feet, trying to get hands. Unger not gonna give it up easy. And
he's got a 2-on-1.
He's gonna take him down, and he's getting a count. Two count. And 2 near fall coming for Brett Unger.
Wow.
That is huge. He was up to his feet standing, and it looked like he was almost away, but he couldn't free his wrists. And just got kind of returned straight to his back.
He reached behind for the whizzer with the left arm, but Unger had the 2-on-1 on that right wrist and was able to take him back. Get those 2 swipes.
Still 1 to go here. Hold on. Score, I think an errant point went up.
Riding time's still going. Yeah, they're trying to get the clock right. They got a couple officials around making sure the clock is right. 1 second goes on the clock. They fix riding time.
So D'Agostino concedes the second period. 5-1 lead for Unger, who has choice. He's going to go underneath. D'Agostino lines up left side, underway here in the third.
And how much do you think he tries to commit to a ride here?
I think totally.
Work down riding time, work for a turn.
I think he needs 2 takedowns if Unger gets away. And now he's got that cradle, cross face, maybe locked momentarily. I think he commits fully to the ride. I think 1 turn and a ride out is more likely than getting 2 takedowns.
And Unger does have that stall call against him, so he can't just sit down under there either.
Yes. And double legs, but he has both legs in, but it looked like he was almost working a cross-face cradle, which is basically impossible to execute. Oh, shoot. And D'Agostino screams out.
Yeah, that left knee.
And injury time going to start here, and that's going to give Unger choice.
So initially they did award a reversal. I'm not sure it's going to matter that much. They did award the reversal.
So it's going to be 7-1.
Be surprised if D'Agostino finishes this match out with how he's reacting right now.
Meanwhile, across the mat, Nico Provo up 4-0, continuing his run. I mean, I've been impressed with Jory Volk this tournament, and Nico Provo now up by 3 with a minute to go. This is a tournament that the semifinal, or the consolation semi, is the 1 seed versus the 4 seed, which in most tournaments is the semi. Just shows how tough and how deep this field is at 125 pounds. I think this is, and he's going to finish
He's
it.
going to try to finish it. Wow.
And so Unger has choice. He's going to go under. And D'Agostino's still limping. It didn't look like the knee was in a very compromised position, from what I could tell. But the way he screamed out, it had to be some sort of pressure on it. And there's an escape. Makes it 8-1. Now if you're Unger, do you push for the major? Yeah. And there's a shot.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
And that's going to do it. They're going to call it. D'Agostino going to forfeit or injury default this match. Brett Unger, your winner. But don't let the score fool you, or the injury default fool you. This was Unger's win. He was really impressive this match.
Yeah, he was in the driver's seat when the injury did happen, leading 5-1. Had that takedown, had the near fall, and Unger's going to meet Nico Provo, the 9 seed, number 30 ranked, makes the run to the final.
Not
really
for long.
Impressive. I mean, Stanford having a tournament.
They really are.
And his opponent from South Dakota State, Derek Cardinal. On mat number 6.
All right, we're moving up to 133 pounds. We're gonna have Tyler Knox from Stanford taking on Evan Frost for the Cyclones of Iowa State. On your right, that's Frost, just a freshman. Knox young for Stanford as well. Knox in the black and red. There's a nice single leg, switches to a head outside shot, does Knox. Trying to sit the corner is Frost. Decent position there for Knox still, as he gets some height on that high crotch and collects the other leg, but rolling him through is Frost. Great scramble to get this thing started. Now getting some height again is Knox. Trying to pass is Frost. Great opening scramble here, and they're gonna stalemate that, or potentially dangerous.
Yeah, Frost is really tricky when you're on his legs. He really good at scrambling, really good at extending positions, and we saw that there where it looked like Knox was in a position to score, but Frost showed a little bit of savviness there.
Scoreless after 50 seconds here. Fake from Frost. And there's another shot by Knox. This time shallow penetration, can't get in. And Frost in decent position. Now goes to a short offense, like a front headlock here. Knox just hanging on that arm. See some guys do that, like a Seth Gross, and then they hit this roll just like that. Just clinging on that wrist as Frost trying to circle behind, but Knox making life a little difficult for Iowa State's Evan Frost. Still trying to circle. Nothing yet, and he finds his way into the leg. He is crafty. Knox stepping around in a high crotch position. Locking around the waist is Frost, now getting some height, switching that leg, got similar position. This time he hooks that ankle, but rolling him through is Knox. Now let's see who's got position here. Knox trying to pressure back in. Trying to turn in, and Knox in a decent position, but that knee is in a weird spot. And man, that's close to 3, and they're gonna potentially dangerous that. Wow. Weird position. I don't think that's the last weird position we're gonna get into on this.
Yeah,
these
2 minutes in, and this is a fun one already. Man, both these guys, they're not afraid to mix it up on their feet at all.
The interesting thing about Knox is, like, it's not like he was high up on that arm as he tries to. All he had was like the wrist in the hand, and he was still able to pull himself up into the leg. A finger fight. See who fires the next attack. Just 18 to go in the exciting but scoreless first period.
Yeah, Tyler Knox, man, really kind of taking a lot of people by surprise. He was a big boarder, but true freshman. He was ranked number 56 coming out of the class of 2023 in the big board out of St. John's Prep in Massachusetts. Evan Frost, he was a redshirt freshman this year. Man, Coach Dressler talked about how he worked over the summer, really improved, and we're seeing it already earlier this season.
Choice going to go to Knox. He's going to go under after Frost deferred to get the second period started. Frost lines up on that left side. Little changeover and a hook and roll there by Knox. Can't get it. Now he's in the crab of Frost, but continue to wrestle really hard is Tyler Knox. But Frost certainly committed to this ride as well. We saw what he could do last week from the top position. Another roll attempt from Knox as they go out of bounds. Great action from these freshmen. They're both extremely impressive.
Yeah, and they are getting in a lot of scramble positions, forcing a lot of energy to be spent early in this match. So we'll see if that plays a part as this match unfolds. Not a lot of scoring, but a lot of action.
And there's the escape. Knox takes the lead with the first escape. And there's a shot, re-attack there by Knox.
Nice
he's in good
re-attack.
position again, but he's not being able to finish. Hard hip pressure down by Frost, and now he's got that bundle on the far arm. Can he score from here? Knox trying to pull himself into decent position. Good fight there from Frost. Looking to go backside maybe as Knox stymied for the time being. Minute to go here in the second. Plenty of time to work for the score. Will this get stalemated? Knox continue to attack. Now he steps behind the foot, but he's collapsed on his hip. Not ideal position, but just as I say that, Knox improves it just a little bit. 44 to go. Can he get this leg up standing? His head's down, and they're going to stalemate it.
And that's been the story of the match. Knox has been in on a leg. Frost has been able to scramble through positions, kind of make things tricky, and then we get stalemated.
And do they reward Knox's offense at some point and get him a warning? I feel like there's just been enough action from both guys that I don't think a warning's probably merited, but they could look at it that way. It's like this guy's he's going under there, he's taking the risk, he's firing the attacks, he should maybe get warned. But you can see right now from Frost, he's not evading action. He's engaged in the tie, he's driving forward, he's trying to open up a position for himself as we're gonna go 1-0 into the third. An exciting 1-0 match so far.
Yep. Yeah, this does not fit the traditional 1-0 match going into a third period. A lot of action, just not a ton of scoring, which really is merit to both guys here, able to wrestle through positions without giving up points.
Frost's gonna go under Knox. Knox is tough from the top position. He gave Nick Bouzakis a lot of problems in his opening round match and got riding time against Nick, and now he's rolling through. This is a little unorthodox. He could be in a little trouble here, potentially giving up a reversal. And now potential near side cradle here for Frost. Can he do it?
If he
They're
can't,
all kinds of tangled.
He might get a stall call. He is really close to getting this reversal here. Now the count should happen.
Yeah, I don't know why he's able to drop down to the leg. I'm not sure. It feels like if you drop down to the leg, it should be a count, but I guess not.
Stalemate's the call. I'm not sure how that's different from, the drop down rule. He did have a leg there, but nonetheless, Knox able to hold on.
Yeah.
Still riding on top.
He's got 23 of riding time. He's got a leg in, sort of. Trying to get it in a little deeper. Now he's high, very high, in fact. Frost's gonna be shaking and trying to get the reversal again.
Good
Knox
job.
trying to recover, and there's gonna be the reversal. Now it's 2-1, and Knox gonna need an escape here. 43 seconds to get it. Frost can't get riding time, and there's a nice return there. And look for that changeover again, but this time Frost able to hold him, but Knox just does not stop moving. constantly moving underneath there, and it gets him a restart with 27 to go.
27 to go.
Huge.
Neither wrestler been warned for stalling. So if Frost rides out, he wins. Knox gets an escape. We go to overtime, gets a reversal. Then Knox is up.
The no warnings is key here, as that enables Frost to drop down if need be to secure that ride. If he has to drop down to a leg, he can. Now he's got that arm chopped pretty well. 17 seconds to go. Could be big problems for Knox here, as he's having a hard time building up. Rolling through again. Now he's looking for a turn as Frost. He's got that wrist. And Iowa State's Evan Frost gonna ride out the reversal in the third, the difference. Evan Frost into the finals.
And great match from both wrestlers. You saw a lot of action there in that 2-1 bout, but you're really impressed with Tyler Knox, even in the loss. That's a guy you want to keep an eye on this whole year, see how he progresses.
Yeah, he's
a
tough.
True freshman, really tough. Ooh, Christian, this is going to be a good one.
Oh my gosh. Jesse Mendez has been out of his mind this tournament. Tell me a little bit about Brock Hardy's tournament.
Yeah, Brock Hardy, he is the 2 seed coming out as an All-American last year. Been dominant, started his tournament at Tech Fall, then a fall, then a really tough Hagen Jamison in the quarterfinals. Won that match convincingly, 4-0 to get him here against Jesse Mendez in the semis. But this might be the semifinal of the whole tournament.
Totally agree.
2 All-Americans. Jesse Mendez has been looking so good this year. Brock Hardy as well.
Underway, 141 pounds in the red for Nebraska. That's Brock Hardy. Taking on Jesse Mendez in the silver of Ohio State. And we are underway here in what promises to be a thriller. For sure, as I was looking through the upcoming semis, I was like, this is the match I want to see the most. Where is Jesse Mendez at against one of the 2 or 3 best 41-pounders in the country in Brock Hardy? Hardy had a great showing at U23s as well, bringing home some hardware. Jesse Mendez also making U20 world team, medaling as well, as he's got elbow control there. These guys had busy summers of freestyle, following very successful runs to NCAA seasons a year ago. Mendez up from 133 pounds.
Yeah, Mendez 6th at 133, Hardy 6th at 141. Mendez, really impressive quarterfinal win over Vince Cornell at Tech Fall. Extends his bonus streak. He's all bonus point wins this year.
Pretty impressive, and that's Ohio State has not had a soft start to their schedule, and there's no easy wins in this tournament either. But now he's got, for sure, his biggest test of the year as he changes levels, circles left, and fires an attack. Hardy catches it. I'm curious to see how Mendez can deal with the scrambling and top wrestling of Brock Hardy.
Yeah, you got to imagine he's going to want to finish his shots quick. He's going to want to put himself in a position where Hardy's not able to scramble and extend positions.
Mendez doesn't want to hang in those ties, clears out of him. Minute to go here. 2 minutes already gone in this first period. And now
nice
Mendez
movement.
finds his way to the leg, single leg, now standing. He's got a treetop. Fighting in is Brock Hardy, but really good position here for Jesse Mendez. But Hardy finds the leg, and they want the takedown, but they're not going to get it. And Brock Hardy, there's the scrambling, the counter ability. Really, really tough. And what looked like a near takedown, if not an imminent takedown for Mendez, comes up empty.
Yeah. Man, he was just in a position where you're like, all right, Mendez is going to work through this, going to get the takedown, but before you know it, Hardy's kind of wiggled his way out of there and gets the stalemate.
Just found his way to get his hands on a leg, and that was enough to clear out of the position. 20 seconds to go in the first.
One of the things you notice from Mendez is he likes to use those snaps. He likes to use his motion to set up his takedowns. And as I say that, here he is.
Yeah. And now front headlock for Mendez. And I think Hardy's getting choked a little bit. Oh, no, it was yeah, he said he's choking me.
Yeah, Mendez really good with that lateral movement. Will use that to get to a leg. That's what he did against Cornella in the quarters. But the biggest thing I noticed about Mendez, his top work looks to be at a different level this year. We'll see if he's able to get it going against Hardy.
Underway in the second as Hardy starts the second underneath. Claw ride for Mendez, but Hardy up to his feet already. And there's the escape. 1-0 lead for Brock Hardy. There's a shot attempt from Brock Hardy. And you can see how Mendez is looking to kind of snap and circle out of that and fire off a re-attack. Tight, clinging collar ties from both here. And Logan Stieber telling Jesse Mendez, you don't want to get stuck in there. Clear out of those ties. And you can see a size difference here between these two. Hardy is noticeably bigger. There's a shot again from Jesse Mendez. Again, looking to counter his, oh, nice re-attack for Brock Hardy. He's in good position here. Sitting around is Jesse Mendez, but Hardy has that leg extended, trying to trap the bottom leg. We're still scrambling here. Position of advantage probably for Hardy, but just as I say that, Mendez is wrestling in, and he's close to the 3. Can he get it? He drops down to the double leg.
That's where he wants to be right there, yep.
Takedown Mendez. And they're gonna try to turn it into some near fall, but he's dragging a toe. Gonna make it tough. He's nearly had the turn. And now lifts, and man, he is just dragging the toe. There he went out.
Hey, good job, Mendez.
Man, great job there by Mendez, wrestling through that position. It looked like Hardy was working for the takedown. Mendez gets out of it and immediately in on the double leg. And that's where he wants to be to finish against Hardy. The double leg, not underneath at the single, giving Hardy an opportunity to scramble.
Yeah, and it's Mendez's scrambling that ends up earning him the first takedown, able to counter score after Hardy was in really deep. Now legs in here this time for Mendez. This is a good spot to be in if you want to ride out a period, but a little bit high, a reversal here could be disastrous. And now just hanging on, trying to reversal, near side cradle locked up. What's the call here?
Nothing yet, nothing yet.
They said he's still in control. They're gonna talk.
Time was out.
And Brian Snyder has a differing opinion on the matter. And are they gonna look at it? Yes, they are. They're pulling it up here.
If Hardy does get the cradle, I think it's just reversal.
No near fall.
No near fall.
To me, it looked like near side cradle and he was on his back. I think you got to give the 2 there.
It's going to be close.
And I know Mendez was in control and he still sort of had a leg. It's going to be a close one here. Yeah, Mendez riding with those legs got a little bit high. Man, now as I watch it, I don't know. This is gonna be a tough call for these officials. The good thing is, no matter what they say, one of the corners is going to yell at them.
Yeah. Yeah, call stands.
Call stands. And so no change. Brian Snyder not happy. There's a case for both sides. So Hardy's gonna let him up. He's not even gonna mess with the mat. He gives a nice high five and say, let's get it. So it should be 4-1. Mendez in the lead by 3. Riding time not a factor as Mendez has 51 seconds of riding time.
And you wonder if Mendez has a change in his game plan here, if he's trying to stay on the defense or if he's just looking to score.
Good shot and the re-attack for Jesse Mendez. Beautiful, and he's got a near side cradle locked up and could be scoring. They give him the takedown.
Yep.
Can he get the turn? He's got that leg trap, but Hardy able to wrestle out of it. They didn't give the takedown.
Takedown not given, so they're going to take a look at it.
Hey, he's gonna give the takedown too. He's gonna give the takedown.
So it's going to be 7-1, 57 seconds of riding time. You got to imagine Mendez is going to want to ride for at least 3 seconds. But now, you know, you look at this, a minute 30 left, and this is where the 3-point takedown comes into play. Mendez could push for a major, but Hardy also gets an escape, gets a takedown. He's right back in this match.
7-1. The match feels like it's been a little bit closer than that because all the exchanges have been, hard double.
double.
Now here's where Mendez maybe tries to separate. Good sprawl there from Brock Hardy. Can he snap? Can he hook this ankle? Yes. Mendez in good position here. He's trying to get that far leg and pop his head to the outside. Can he work for this finish as Hardy's locked around the crotch there? And Jay Jagger's telling Mendez to continue swimming for that leg as he's really improving his position. And he got 3 more for Mendez. 10-2 with riding time for Jesse Mendez. This has been impressive.
He's got a major right now. Hardy needs to score 2 points to eliminate that major. And man, Jesse Mendez, 3 takedowns to none. Really impressive work from him in this match.
Man, he looks outstanding. Brock Hardy's so good, and he's up by 8 points now with riding time nearly locked in. 10-3 on the scoreboard, but a minute 19 of riding time. That is now locked in, so it's effectively 11-3. Jesse Mendez as Brock Hardy's gonna try to attack. Try to make something happen, but Mendez can hang in these ties. Level change, re-attack there by Jesse Mendez. Those re-attacks have looked great all tournament long, including this match. And the streak remains.
Wow.
Jesse Mendez, all bonus.
And he's fired up about that. He gives a little hand slap, and he's gonna face Ryan Jack in the finals. Ryan Jack comes out on top. Lachlan McNeil, Jesse Mendez, Ryan Jack in the finals later today.
Incredible performance. Big smile from Logan Stieber there. That is approaching, you know, you can't win OW till you win the tournament, but Jesse Mendez making his case right now. Man, we got another great one coming here at 149. Caleb Henson versus Kyle Parco. Both these guys All-Americans last year at 149 pounds. Both have been impressive so far this season. Handshake, here we go. Level change already from Kyle Parco of Arizona State in the black singlet green ankle bands, taking on Virginia Tech's Caleb Henson.
Parco ranked number 3 in the country. Caleb Henson ranked number 4. Parco finished 4th at NCAAs, Henson 5th, but they did not wrestle at all last year.
So first meeting between these two. Both had very competitive semifinals. Parco edged out Casey Swiderski of Iowa State. There's a single leg from Caleb Henson. Now trying to lock around the crotch is Parco. Switching to the other leg is Henson. And now rolling him through. Little cartwheel action from Caleb Henson. He's in decent position still. And grimacing is Kyle Parco. Now popping his head to the outside is Henson. And there's 3. Opening takedown for Virginia Tech's Caleb Henson. And now he's got that, this figure 4 with the foot trap is brutal. This is a really tough position to free yourself from. And he's got that ankle. Now I come up, quick switch attempt there by Parco, but Henson's all over it.
Talked to Caleb Henson a couple weeks ago when we were in Blacksburg, and he made the statement he wants to separate himself from some of the guys in the pack. Said he wants to push for bonus this year. And we've been seeing a different side of Caleb Henson, really committed to the ride, really committed to turns this season.
Parko, quick stand up, nice return there by Caleb Henson, but Parko not going to stop working for that escape. Winner here will take on the winner of number 1, Ridge Lovett, and Dylan D'Amelio. So potentially the number 1 ranking on the line here if Lovett can make it to that final, but still a lot of wrestling to be done over there and here. Henson now 40 seconds of riding time.
And if you're Kyle Parko, this is a big restart here.
Yes.
Down 3-0, already 40 seconds of ride time. He's gonna want to get a quick escape.
And Zeke Jones starts the count that's not real. There's no count if you're standing on a single leg. It's got to be on the mat. And Parko now looks at riding time over a minute. Great job from Caleb Henson riding as they go off the mat. Henson just a couple chunks at a time here, climbing this riding time. Parko's been able to get to his feet pretty consistently. Now he's rolling, sits out, claw ride there for Caleb Henson. Switches to the other side now, pinching that leg, Navy, and trying to build forward or push forward a little bit is Henson, and maybe get a turn for this Navy. Can you believe that?
Wow.
Gets a 1 count.
And he has that bottom leg trap too.
Yes, he does. This is a tough spot for Kyle Parko. Henson not just riding to ride, he's looking for a turn. He's getting
And he's
closer.
still in bounds. Oh. Head just goes out. Wasn't able to get the hand back in time. And Parko, you know, he's given a lot of effort underneath, but Henson has just got an answer for everything that Parko does to try to get up or try to get some space.
And Henson gets that wrist on the left side. He's got that deep waist. Now going head lever again. His ride has gotten more and more aggressive as the period's gone on. It started as like he's just trying to hold him down. This last 30, 40 seconds, he's really worked a turn. And they're going to hit Parko for stalling underneath. And the official kind of sensing that a little bit, maybe that Parko's just trying to not get turned instead of working to get away. I thought you mentioned, Kozak, Parko giving a lot of effort to get away.
A lot of effort, yeah. But when we get to the end of the period, Henson in the lead, 3-0 with 2 minutes and 8 seconds of riding time. About as good a start as you could ask for if you're Caleb Henson.
You're exactly right about that. And Henson going to start the second underneath. Parko going to come with a little forward pressure. Knee slide there. Now trapping the knee is Parko. Parko's coach, Frank Molinaro, was great at using this kind of knee pinch on the leg and working for more turns. He was really effective there. Now he's got that head lever, does Parko. Jumps to the other side. And there's the escape. 4-0, riding time at 140. So minute 16 to go. Henson squarely in the driver's seat here with a minute 40 riding time to go along with his 4-0 lead.
Yeah, now, and if you're Caleb Henson, really, you don't have to force the action. You're up 4-0, you have a minute 40, but you could get a takedown, and then you're in major position. But if you put yourself in some risky positions, then Parko is right back in the match with a takedown here. So you got to imagine Parko wants to push for some points.
Parko's got really strong re-attacks. Henson's got to be aware of that. Meanwhile, Ridge Lovett on his way to a major decision. Oh, there's a nice re-attack by Henson. Single leg, left side, steps over that foot. Trying to improve, but he's got the edge, and he breaks the whizzer.
He's got 15 seconds to finish.
He's got that single standing. A little bit of a time crunch here for Caleb Henson with just 10 seconds to go. Looking back trip, good balance there from Parco with 3 seconds, hard club, and just gonna miss the takedown is Henson. 4-0 Henson going into the third. It's Parco's choice, he's going neutral.
Yeah, smart decision there from Parco. Already a minute 40 riding time. With the ride that Henson put on that first period, he's got to get 2 takedowns anyways.
And so some fakes from Parco. And Zeke Jones telling his athlete, you gotta start sprinting early. You can't wait, you can't, one takedown's not gonna do it. You're gonna need 2, which means you need to take advantage of every second you have this third period. There's a shot, Caleb Henson not gonna stop attacking as he comes up with the seatbelt after a solid single leg attack.
On deck on mat 7, consolation match, 165 pounds. Garrett Thompson.
Shot attempt there, left-sided single from Parco. It's not there though.
They're on deck on mat 7. Thompson and Owen to mat 7. On deck on mat 4, consolation match, 170.
There's a shot from Henson once again, and in a little position for a re-attack, but Henson drives himself, so he's off the mat, close to the 3, but they go off the mat out of bounds.
Yeah, and really you like what you're seeing from Henson. Has this lead, but doesn't seem like he's just trying to hold on. Doesn't seem like he's changing his wrestling strategy at all. Still coming forward, still wrestling hard, and hasn't been called for stalling yet either.
No, pretty even amount of attack. Now the first evasion we've really seen from Henson in neutral, and that inside trip is dangerous for Parco. He hit that in his quarterfinal match. Underhook on the right side for Henson, though he doesn't have head position. Parco running out of time now, 20 seconds to go.
149 pounds.
And they're gonna warn Henson for stalling. 12 seconds to go. Henson circles towards the out of bounds after a final attack here from Kyle Parco. And with riding time, a 5-0 win for Virginia Tech's Caleb Henson. He'll see Ridge Lovett in the finals this afternoon. Ridge, an 11-0 winner over Dylan D'Amelio with 5 minutes and 21 seconds of riding time.
Yeah, really impressive win from Caleb Henson. And man, Ridge Lovett, he's the #1 ranked wrestler in the country. He's been looking like it. That's gonna be a phenomenal final later. But we got another good semi coming up with Daniel Cardenas out of Stanford and Ja'Cory Teamer out of Arizona State. This could be a really fun one.
And this one will be as fun as long as Cardenas is attacking, is my prediction. You know,
Yeah.
Ja'Cory is most entertaining when you're attacking him. And I'm curious if you're Stanford corner, what's the game plan for wrestling someone as dangerous as Ja'Cory Teamer? We're gonna find out here. 157 semifinal, excuse me, Ja'Cory Teamer, black singlet, green ankle bands, Arizona State. Daniel Cardenas, red ankle bands of Stanford.
Teamer ranked #4 in the country. Cardenas #9. Cardenas with that win over Meyer Shapiro in the quarterfinals, where and he really controlled the takedown game, right? 2 or 3 takedowns to none.
And it was the ride really that made it really difficult for Meyer. Once he got that opening takedown, he made getting an escape really tough. There you see it one way then the other from Ja'Cory Teamer, who missed last year with an injury and has been out a couple weeks after a head injury. But he's looked great so far this tournament. But this is certainly his biggest test. The sophomore from Stanford, Daniel Cardenas.
Cardenas, round of 12 finisher last season. I believe he was the #6 seed
Yes.
going in the NCAA tournament. As you mentioned, Teamer missed last year with an injury, but he's a 2-time All-American coming into his senior year this year.
Teamer changes levels there. No attacks yet. He's we're at 1:36 to go in the first period.
Mentioned Cardenas had to get through Shapiro in the quarters. Also had a really good match in the round of 16 against Cody Chittum. That was a 9-8 bout. This 157-pound bracket has just been, it's been the premier one of the tournament.
It's lived up to the billing. When we saw the entries for this weight, we're like, this is the weight, and it's delivered start to finish. And right now it's Cardenas, he's taking ground, moving forward, being pretty selective with his attacks. Teamer looking to counter. There's a low shot, beautiful attack from Ja'Cory Deemer. Looks to step behind and finish. And there's gonna be the 3 takedown for Ja'Cory Deemer. That attack was so fast.
And that's the thing with Teamer, you know, he can sometimes kind of lull you to sleep, bait you into thinking he's gonna, you know, not fire off a shot, and then just like that, he's in low, finishes quick.
Oh, and he's like, Ja'Cory thinks Cardenas is not holding still underneath there. There we go, clean start there. And throws that leg in, broomstick return there. But now Cardenas working for a reversal of his own, but instead it's an escape, and there's a 3 more. Oh my, that was beautifully executed by Ja'Cory Deemer. The second they break free, just like you drill it in Little League, when you turn and cut, you gotta be ready. Ja'Cory was ready, fires off, gets the takedown. Now it's 6-1 with 2 seconds to go.
Yeah, and that couldn't have worked out better for Teamer. Cardenas breaks away, and immediately Teamer is in. 6-1 now. This first period hasn't really felt like it should be 6-1, but great execution for Teamer.
Ja'Cory 2 for 2 on his attacks, and just such a dangerous wrestler. Ja'Cory gonna line up on that right side. Short stand up there by Cardenas. And he's got that tilt. Can he execute the standing tilt? No, escape makes it 6-2. Teamer in the lead.
And now the pressure's on Cardenas to really get his offense going. Down 4, he needs 2 takedowns.
And this is where things can unravel if you're attacking and attacking against Ja'Cory. We haven't even seen his counter ability yet, which is incredible. Nice double leg, switches to a single. Now they're on the edge, and they're gonna go out of bounds. Really nice re-attack there by Teamer. But this time, Cardenas able to slow it down and avoid giving up the 3rd takedown of the match. Left-handed single leg, good sprawl by Teamer. And he's hanging in that front headlock. They'll stalemate it quickly. 1:03 to go in the second.
Yeah, Teamer gotta be careful, not backing up too much. Cardenas really is coming forward. We could see a stall call here if this continues.
And if you're Cardenas, you gotta be careful how hard and how forward you're coming towards him. Teamer can just level change and fire. They're gonna hit him. There's a first warning against Ja'Cory Teamer. And there's a shot, but look at that, it just tips in and catches him. Nothing yet, but it's gotta be close. Bottom leg is trapped. They're gonna give the 3, making it 9-2. He's got that bottom leg Turk, or he did. And Cardenas got to try to get an escape this last 17 seconds. Wrist controlled there by Teamer. Cross body now for Teamer. Cardenas continuing to wrestle. And he's going to get away. Wow. Good hustle from Cardenas, but it's going to be 9-3 Teamer as we head to the third.
Man, that last takedown from Teamer, so impressive. Just fed him his hips, kind of timed it really perfectly, got him off balance, and threatened for near fall there too.
Cardenas on that right side lines up to start the third period. Wonder how long you work to ride Ja'Cory Teamer here. Not long, just enough to get rid of the riding time point. 10-3 on the scoreboard. Cardenas got some work to do.
Yeah, and 2 takedowns in this match for Cardenas feels like a whole lot more just with how things have been going, and he's gonna need at least that, maybe a couple stall calls to help him out.
He's down by 7, so probably gonna be 3 takedowns. And there's a
another
stall point.
Yep.
So 10-4 now. And it's just, Teamer is just, he's just backing up so much.
Yeah.
He's just not doing anything to, and there he
Oh,
just
throw
throws
by.
it by.
Look at that.
Unreal.
Wow.
Incredible. Incredible.
Cardenas
looks
just
so
no
sharp.
answers for those reattacks. And you mention it, it gets really dangerous when you got to come at Ja'Cory, when you gotta fire off attacks. You put yourself in those vulnerable positions, and man, Teamer's just displaying that beautifully in this match.
Teamer out of Long Island, New York, Long Beach, hometown of our guy Ollie. And he's representing well. Up 13-4. He's got riding time. Now 13-5. And Ja'Cory can back up all he wants as he reattacks one more time for good measure. 25 seconds to go. And there's another stall point. 13-6. Yeah. In a closer match, this tactic will be not advisable. And there's another shot, oh my goodness, for good measure. Wizard seatbelt position. And that's how this one's gonna end. With riding time, a major decision for Ja'Cory Teamer. And he gives a look back at his corner, he's like, that's all right.
Yeah.
I'll take a couple stall calls for all those scores. Now I didn't see, did Peyton Robb hang on?
Peyton Robb, I believe it was either 8-2 or 9-2.
Whoa.
Against Will Lewan. Up until that point, Lewan was 2-0 against Peyton Robb. So we're gonna see Peyton Robb, Ja'Cory Teamer in the finals. That'll be a great one. I believe those two wrestled for 3rd and 4th.
Reenactment of the iconic picture.
So we're up to 165 pounds now. We have Cam Amin out of Michigan, green ankle bands, blue, maize and blue singlet, and Isaac Olenek out of Oklahoma State, red ankle bands, orange singlet. We just saw Olenek at the All-Star Classic take out Dean Hamity. Displayed that beautiful ankle pick. Cam Amin, he could be pretty stingy with his defense. I believe Cam Amin is 2-0 in his college career against Olenek.
And to counter that stat, he was 0-3 against Dean Hamity until the All-Star Classic. Isaac Olenek continued to improve throughout his collegiate career as they stalemate that. Cam had a tight quarterfinal win, I believe. I didn't get to catch Olenek's.
Yeah, had to get by a tough Brevin Casella, 4-2. I believe he had to ride him out. And Cam, you know, he's not one to really run up a score. A little more tactical, a little more defensive.
Level changes there from Olenek. And the fur flying a little bit. Cam, I think, got bopped in the eye. Was hoping for a little bit of break there, but Olenek going to continue to crowd him, stalking forward. Cam just trying to find a little bit of breathing room, but Olenek is staying in front of him. Good collar tie there from Cam, in tight. Kind of limiting some of the pressure fakes from Isaac Olenek. There, he finds his way to a leg, but good defense from Olenek. And Cam says that's 3 times.
Man, and as they stand up, you can really tell the size difference there. Olenek almost a head taller than Amin. And KJ in the corner really calling for a warning or some kind of hands to the face call.
Yeah. And so back to action here, a minute to go here at 165. Winner here is going to take on the winner of David Carr and Julian Ramirez. And there's a body lock here for Cam Amin. Good position here. Can he get the finish? Yes, he does.
Wow.
3-point takedown off that body lock for Cam Amin.
Yeah, and against somebody as long as Olenek, that's a perfect tactical offensive move there. Get in on the body, close the space, and not go into a scramble position, not get caught underneath, or open yourself up for a counterattack.
He's a diver. He's going to dive. Both legs away, run corner. He's diving.
And KJ says he's going to dive in, be ready to run corner, meaning he's going to fire a low leg attack, look to hit a re-attack of your own. 8 seconds to go here in the first. Back in some tight collars. First period in the books. 3-1 Amin after 1. Flip goes Olenek. He's going to go under.
Amin not able to put on any sort of ride in the first period after he got that takedown.
And trying to return, almost.
They run out of bounds.
Off the stage.
And that's what they were calling for in the corner there, coming up underneath with that lift. KJ says you got to go elbow deep, though.
He's right. And another quick stand up. And trying to get to that lift is Amin, but it's tough. The length of Olenek prevents it a little bit. And 3-2 now after the escape. Minute 43 to go in the second period. Riding time just at 20 for Amin.
And Ramirez Carr 0-0 after the first period.
That's interesting.
We haven't really seen a committed attack from Olenek just yet. Really been keeping his distance.
There weren't many attacks in his Hamady match, but the one he was able to fire and score was the only one he needed. Now, it's a different scenario with Amin having a takedown of his own. Now Amin in an over-under position, kind of driving Olenek towards the edge. Olenek drops to his knees, now back up. Another attack from Amin. And they're gonna circle off, action call on the edge. Level change from Olenek. 35 to go. And Cam is just
not having anything of it. He doesn't seem to care.
Yeah, the official is not. I didn't see that one. But Cam not one for the theatrics either.
Yeah, and you know, in the officials' defense, they got They got 2 of them out here, so if it is an issue, they should be able to see it.
Amin going under to start the third. And now up to his feet is Cam Amin. Olenek gonna try to commit to the ride, but can't get it. 4-2, riding time not a factor. Michigan's Cam Amin in the lead. Underhook on that right side for Cam Amin, gonna slow down the offense of Olenek. Olenek trying to drive forward a little bit here, but he's just got that head right in that pocket. And there, good snap.
Nice snap.
Olenek still yet to fire a leg attack. And really, Amin only has that body lock.
Yeah.
But he's been taking a little more ground in this bout, but very calculated from both.
Amin doing a really good job getting to that right side underhook.
Each time it looks like Olenek's in a collar tie where he could maybe generate, he punches that underhook hard right side. Now hips in for Amin, and he's gonna drop and shoot. They're gonna go stall against Olenek for backing out of bounds.
And that's the first stall call of the match. And really, if you're Amin, you're in a good position here. But we've seen how Olenek can kind of lull people to sleep and strike really fast.
And they're back to that underhook. We got a warning against Cam Amin for stalling. Olenek trying to close the gap. He's gonna shoot. Good job circling back in from Cam Amin as he's gonna shoot him off the mat.
25 seconds to go. Amin has a stall to give.
$20 left. Olenek continues to crowd. Julian Ramirez just took down David Carr.
And there's the 1 point for Olenek.
Now
14 seconds to go.
Cam's got to stay engaged.
Oh, he's got it.
He's got the leg. Can he get the finish?
He's got it.
There's
Wow.
3. He gets it at the buzzer. Oh my
Just
goodness.
like that.
Isaac Olenek.
Last second gets the takedown. Olenek beats Amin. Ramirez over David Carr. This tournament is wild, Christian.
Unreal finish here. Olenek waited and waited and waited and gets the takedown late. And we got a challenge on the Carr Ramirez match.
Wow. Man, that match, it felt like Amin just had it in the bag, kind of controlled the whole thing, but Olenek strikes right at the end. And I didn't see the position over in David Carr.
Nor I.
Ramirez, I'm not sure if they're looking for back points.
So they're looking at this Carr Ramirez exchange. I don't know what the challenge is.
It's back points. Look at here. Pulling it up.
All right, we're
So
watching.
Ramirez was riding. David Carr gets a reversal and almost had back points. So they're looking for 2 swipes.
That was close.
Very close.
Here it comes. No change.
Wow.
Ramirez takes out David Carr. Insanity. Whew. And the crazy thing is, like, not just that happened, all within like 15 seconds, Ramirez takes down Carr to take the lead. Olenek gets the takedown. It was like system overload.
It's crazy.
So we're moving up to 174 pounds, which has a lot to live up to after the last set of semis. We're going to have Ohio State's Carson Harchla taking on Cade DeVos from South Dakota State.
Harchla ranked number 4 in the country. DeVos ranked number 8. Harchla All-American 2 years ago. Cade DeVos, 3-time national qualifier, round of 12 last year, hasn't yet reached the podium.
And this Danny Wask for Navy on the other side, keep an eye on him. So he gets the opening takedown against Whitlake as we're wrestling here on mat 6 between Harchla and DeVos. Both these guys round of 12ers last year at their respective weight classes. Now Harchla moves up 174. And they're 2-on-1 for Carson, now cleared out. Crowding him is Ohio State's Carson Harchla.
Yeah, the move up, it seems to have been good for Harchla. Been pretty dominant this year. Had 2 pins to open this tournament and then a 6-0 win over Austin Murphy. Harchla's only loss on the season is 4-2 loss to Makai Lewis.
A nice shot there, but great counter by DeVos. Does he have 3? Yes, he does. And that was close. Harchla able to fight out of it and square up.
Challenge at all or no?
I don't think we're going to see a brick here. There's the escape. So it's 3-1. Great counter score there. Drag go behind by Cade DeVos. And another potential drag go behind. And this time they go off the mat out of bounds. So DeVos strikes first. Now they're in the collar tie as Harchla clears out of it. Harchla certainly pressuring forward, taking the ground, but not another attack since his opening leg attack, which ended in a couch guard. There's a hard double. Beautiful shot there by Harchla. Just dropped to his knees, hard knee pound. It was in great position on that finish. Now with 12 seconds, can get a ride out and have a huge advantage going into the second period. Sit out from DeVos, but time gonna run out.
Really good job there by Harchla, getting that takedown right at the end of the period and getting the ride out. Now he's got the advantage going.
Harchla's choice, he's gonna go under. Cam Simaz and Damian Hahn in the corner for DeVos. Logan Stieber, Bo Jordan in the corner for Carson Harchla. DeVos lines up right side and we're underway, not really. Caution on DeVos. And now we're underway. Stand behind the arms is DeVos. Tripoding up is Harchla. Knee slides, turns, cuts for 1, extending his lead, 5-3 now. Carson been making the action happen. It was his attack that opened the door for Devos to get his opening takedown. And then there's another shot. This time good connection on the single leg, although now a little extended as Devos trying to keep that head pressured down and slide back. Harchla committed to the finish here, at least for the time being. And this feels like a stalemated position. And they will stalemate it. Minute 2 to go in the second. And there's another shot attempt from Harchla. This time, Devos able to clear out of it.
Harchla can be dangerous from under there too. He's got a really strong sucker drag.
He threatens kind of that dump.
Yep.
And then right to the drag. Right side underhook cleared out by Devos. Another shot there. This time it's from Devos. Single leg deep. Now comes up to his feet. Diving in is Harchla. But that's going to be 3 for Kate Devos. And now can he get that ride out? Just 18 seconds to go in the second period.
It's a big 15 seconds.
Devos has that ankle trapped. 10 seconds to go. Harchla reaching into the leg and keeping that wrist. And it's going to be a ride out for Kate Devos headed into the third.
Man, we saw Harchla do it in the first, and now DeVos do it in the second. So DeVos now with the advantage going into the third. And we've seen Harchla, the ability to get to legs, the ability to attack. He's right back in it with one more takedown. And really, he doesn't need to push for riding time yet. Doesn't really do anything for him unless he intends to ride the whole period out.
Yeah,
DeVos
that'll be
got
tough.
riding time advantage.
Nearly has the escape and does. 7-5 DeVos leads. Riding time not a factor. Plenty of time for Carson Harchla. And as DeVos fires an attack, and now he's hustling one side, then the other, working short offenses, Kate DeVos. 90 seconds to go here. And it seems like DeVos is not going to be content with his 2-point lead. He's going to try to find a scoring opportunity, knowing it's going to be hard to hold off and play defense against Carson Harchla for an entire third period. There's a shot. Good defense.
There's the drag. Wow. So fast, so effective with it, and now he's up 8-7, but a minute to go in this match. And we got blood.
And blood time. A filthy sucker drag there, and that's Carson so good there. And I don't, if DeVos just forgot the danger in that position, but anytime he's got your elbow underneath, you're in danger. You got to switch your head to that other side, but doesn't matter. Now all that matters for DeVos is getting away. He's got a minute 2 to do it.
Yeah, and Harchla hasn't been effective yet with a ride this match, so you got to imagine DeVos is going to get to his feet, and it's going to come down to one more takedown. Who can get that next takedown?
And Carson says he's got a lot of blood on him still. Looking across the mat, it's Whitlake now with an 8-5 lead. As every time I look across there, there's a different exchange or attack going on. Looks like it's been a fun one. I'll have to go back and watch it after this round.
Yeah, I believe Wask took an early lead, but then Whitlake able to get a couple takedowns. But we're getting ready to go back underway here.
Carson lines up on that left side. DeVos up on one foot, now sit out, up to his feet again. And he's away. We are tied at 8. Riding time not a factor. Takedown probably going to settle this one. We'll see if DeVos tries to go after it. There's a shot. Almost had that post. Couldn't get in. There's a single leg high crotch for Hartzell. He's got the foot. This DeVos, we're scoring. We're scrambling around here.
Can DeVos get through? If he can, he's in a good spot.
He's in a good spot here for the takedown.
He's going to do it.
There's 3. Short time to go. Carson's going to roll under. He needs to get away and a takedown. A reversal's not going to help him. And now, 4 seconds away,
Wow.
Cade DeVos is going to do it. Great scramble counter score by Cade DeVos. 11-8 winner. What a match, Kozak. That was great.
Yeah, man, these matches, they just keep coming. This one, both guys showed their offensive abilities, but in the end, man, DeVos just able to come through with that scramble. Really good match there.
That was an incredible match. Just back and forth attacks, counter scores, and excited Damian Hahn awaits Cade DeVos after that win.
Yeah, and in our other match at 174, looks like Whitlake got a late escape, but they're challenging it to see if it's going to stand.
Moving up to 184, we're going to have Will Feldkamp taking on one of a few surprise semifinalists, Sam Wolf, who got the upset party started at 184 when he took out Chris Foca, and he didn't stop there.
Yeah, it didn't stop there. Followed up that win against Chris Foca by defeating Gavin Hoffman, who All-American at 197, dropping down to 184 for Ohio State. Wolf beat him 4-1 in the quarterfinals. Got a takedown in overtime to win that match. And Feldkamp, Trey Munoz,
gosh.
you know, losing that match to Trey Munoz, and then what do you call? What did he do to go big there? How would you describe what he did?
It was kind of like a gator bacon that starts from standing completely straight up.
Yeah.
Because he's got the chin and the under, right, and he kind of falls back and just elevator takes him through. The Cyclones were in first place to start this session. I'm curious how the results of the semis have changed that. I don't know if you can pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
Nebraska has taken the lead by 6.5 points. 106.5 to 100. Ohio State in third, 99.5.
Yes, this is a big match for Iowa State. 6.5 points behind. And Nebraska has a semifinalist of their own, Lenny Pinto, on the other mat.
But he's got his hands full with Parker Keckeisen.
Yeah, Keckeisen's a whole different level. And Sam Wolf last year, national qualifier at 174 pounds. Now up at 184 for Air Force.
Yeah, he looks big. I'm sure the move up has done him some good.
And Wolf, he had some good wins last year. Beat Cade DeVos, who we just saw, and also All-American Demetrius Romero.
Sam Barber does such a great job at Air Force.
Yep.
And Sam Wolf, another product for the Air Force Academy. Now we're underway, 184 pounds. In the black for Air Force, that's Sam Wolf taking on Will Feldkamp from Iowa State in the red singlet for the Cyclones. Pinto early takedown there across the way.
Wow.
Feldkamp is a unique feel. You know, he's best when you're attacking him. And he'll try some stuff, you're like, what are you doing? But over time, he's kind of a purist. He's just trying to pin you the whole match.
Yep.
It's not like he's not trying to outpoint you or whatever. He's just trying to put you on your back the entire time.
Yeah, and we mentioned the Munoz match. Munoz looked like he was in a really good position to finish there. So it's like, that's another part of it. Feldkamp has that unique feel as he kind of maybe makes you feel safe, and then before you know it.
You saw him looking for that dump there just now was Feldkamp. Wolf clears out of it. Feldkamp, an All-American at Clarion last year before transferring to Iowa State. He's got that 2-on-1 marching Wolf towards the zone, I say, but it's really out of bounds. And there's a stall warning. You got to work to clear out of those ties and circle back in. If you get moved that much out of bounds, they're going to hit you for stalling, and Wolf gets the first warning of this match. And you see Feldkamp just marching forward, trying to punch those underhooks. And he's not going to deviate from that too much. There's a shot, high crotch from Sam Wolf. Good defense from Will Feldkamp. And now looking dump here is Feldkamp. He's going to get it and backs.
He's got him.
Yeah, he's got at least two.
Got two.
And could be in position for the fall. He's not letting go of that arm. He's keeping that arm. It takes him through.
Wow.
With that near fall, it's going to be 5-0 Feldkamp. It's a long road back for the Air Force Falcon. And Feldkamp's not going to be done looking for points. He's on top, and he's kind of gesturing like, hey, what's this guy doing underneath here? He's got to work up.
Will Feldkamp, he dropped the match last week to Gabe Arnold, and I talked to Dresser, and he said, he was really glad Iowa State had something like this, a big tournament coming right off of a tough loss, because, kind of gets that bad taste out of your mouth. And I think the conversation with Will Feldkamp was, is he a guy who can still challenge for All-American status? Is he a guy who's still going to be one of the best guys at 184? And I think he's showing he still is that guy, right?
No question about that. And now to a 5-0 lead here as we head to the second period. He's got 1:01 of riding time. Lay comes in, cross body for Sam Wolf. He's going to try to challenge as the stall count begins as Wolf drops down to that ankle with his right hand. And now looking for a reversal. This is a decent position for Feldkamp. He's got that ankle hook or elbow hook now stepping around. He's got that bundle. See if he keeps it. Now maybe transitions to a crossface cradle after getting the reversal. 7-0 now for Will Feldkamp.
Over a minute of riding time now for Feldkamp.
And they're going to hit Sam for stalling.
It's going to be a point.
It's another point. And they're really looking for you to be working underneath there, not just trying to defend the turns. But Feldkamp doesn't give you a lot of options. His pressure is so strong. Look at that tight waist.
Ooh, he's got it around the back.
All the way around, tickling his spine there. He's got the wrist too. I think Feldkamp trying to pull the wrist, put it on the back, hammerlock series. See him getting that knee inside, trying to pull the wrist away. Now threading it through for a bar. Does he have it reinforced? It looks like he does.
He's got the wrist too.
Yep, reinforced bar there. 25 seconds to work for this turn. He loses the wrist, but still has the bar on the left side. 18 to go.
Another stall
They're
call
going to hit him
against
for
Wolf.
stalling again. 9-0, Feldkamp looking tough. Time expires in the second. 9-0 with 2:16 of riding time. And Wolf going to go neutral, understandably.
And right away, Feldkamp digs that underhook.
Yeah, not wasting any time is Will Feldkamp trying to extend his lead if he can. High crotch from Feldkamp. Working for that finish, trying to roll him through is Sam Wolf. And now Feldkamp a little more extended and is out of the high crotch position now. Wolf needs to circle back in or he could give up another stall. Oh, and they're not stopping. I don't think Feldkamp realized.
Yeah, that headgear doesn't let sound in.
No, and no stall warning though. Riding time now locked for Feldkamp, effectively 10-0 lead now.
Consolation semifinalists, be ready. As soon as the required rest time has elapsed, we will be calling you all set.
Shot, re-attack by Sam Wolf, 38 to go.
Step on mat 4.
Major well at hand for Will Feldkamp. Wolf still competing hard as he can. Just a little outmatched in this bout. High crotch again, switches head inside. Drops down to the foot, looking to trip. Now down on the mat, it's gonna be a lot tougher to finish for Wolf. And they'll stalemate that, just short time to go, 10 seconds
to go.
And that'll do it. With riding time, Feldkamp wins 10-0. Strong performance by Feldkamp. He'll await the winner of Parker Kekais and Lenny Pinto.
Yeah, really impressive tournament so far for Will Feldkamp to reach the finals. And Kekais over there in control after being down early. He's got an 8-4 lead now. But we got another good one coming here at 197 pounds. We got Trent Hidley taking the mat for NC State, and we'll have Jacob Cardenas for Cornell.
Cardenas was hitting takedowns so smooth, so powerfully yesterday. It looks like drilling, but it was against a Big Ten champion, Silas Allred. It was so impressive.
And Hidley coming up from 184, you know, certainly no one will ever call Hidley small, but Cardenas a big 197.
Sounds like you just called him small.
No, I would never.
I'm going to tell him.
Yeah.
He's right there.
Cardenas big 197. It's gonna be a test for Hidley.
Cardenas made Allred look small.
Yeah.
And it's not just, you know, the overall size, but Cardenas has these long arms.
Yeah.
He can just level change and fire hard double leg and drive right through you. But Trent stays so low, hard underhooks.
You mentioned team score. Iowa State now takes the lead, 108 to 106.5 over Nebraska. Ohio State still within striking distance, 99.5 points.
They only have one on the top side. That's going to limit their scoring ability. Kekais moves on, 8-4 winner after giving up the opening takedown. He is a beast. But Pinto has looked solid this tournament.
Yeah, impressed with him. Was able to beat Dustin Plott in the quarters, and really good showing against Kekais, the #1 wrestler in the country at 184.
Man, these are great semis. Jackson Smith, Tanner Sloan, Trent Hidley, Jacob Cardenas.
Yeah, Jackson Smith, the only one of the bunch, not an All-American, but man, he's right up there with the best in the country at 197.
Underway, 197 semis. Trent Hidley in the black, NC State Wolfpack. Jacob Cardenas in the red for the big red of Cornell, and he's in deep on a single, but look at Hidley just steps right on out of that one. And he says, let me get to my underhook.
That's where he likes to be, that right side underhook.
His power from those hooks is next level. We saw him win the Bill Farrell very impressively.
Yeah, Hidley can work a couple different offensive attacks from that underhook. He can run through, kind of get that knee tap, but he can also run through it, attack the left side of the body, throw it by, and attack high. So he can go high or he can go low at that underhook. Hidley ranked number 5 in the country, Cardenas number 6. And this feels like a match you could see at the quarterfinals, NCAA tournament. Fighting for All-American, fighting for that semifinal spot.
Minute gone, no score yet. As you see, Cardenas look for that right to left misdirection single. Hidley was ready for it this time.
And that's the difference with Hidley, compared to somebody like Allred. Hidley's so low to the ground, holds really good position. Beating the head hands for Cardenas is really going to be a task.
And there he throws on that underhook. In good position now is Hidley as he's pressuring forward, close to the 3. Are they going to give it? Yes, they are. Takedown for Hidley. So powerful in that right side underhook. Just kind of throws it by and beats the whizzer of Jacob Cardenas. And now working from the top position is Hidley, trying to build is Cardenas. Trent's got that half on the left side here.
And Hidley has been committed to the ride this weekend. He's put up some bonus points. He's gotten some turns, but he's also just can be very punishing, kind of wear an opponent down with that ride.
Adam Hall wants to see Trent go to a double thigh pry here off the whistle. Let's see what he does. And a quick stand up, no opportunity as Cardenas times it well, but Trent gonna drop down to the double, go out of bounds, and then some. 47 to go here in the first.
Interesting, you're hearing really specific instruction from the corner for Hidley.
Wants to see him hit him with his shoulder on this double thigh pry to slow his hips down. And comes out front.
And this is what he does. He comes out in front, gives up the escape right into his control position. He was doing that in the quarters as well.
That's smart wrestling from Trent. If you're not gonna be able to ride the guy, come up in your goal position. As he's marching Cardenas towards that boundary. And towards us, they're gonna hit Cardenas for stalling.
And so much of that comes right off of that underhook that he puts himself in.
And really the escape set up the stall call. Pretty rare. 3-1 the lead for Hidley. Now he's back to the hook, same position he's in before the first time.
He finishes.
Slips that boot in, man, he's so good there, 6-1 at the end of the first period. And you could tell he wanted that escape. Look at Jackson Smith. He put Sloan straight on his back. He might pin him. Holy cow, that was close.
These semis are incredible.
Incredible. And a hard chop from Hidley. He's really separating himself here. And they're gonna hit him for stalling again. That's gonna be another point. And now This is trending towards bonus point victory for Trent Hidley for the time being.
Yeah.
7-1 lead, minute 42 of riding time and climbing. Still a lot of time left in this one. We're only halfway through the second period.
Yeah, curious. Chooses to, oh, I was just gonna say if he chooses to let him up or tries to ride again, but Cardenas earns the escape. 7-2 now. Both semifinals are 7-2. Smith in the lead over Sloan, and Hidley, of course, here over Cardenas.
And Cardenas, after that opening attack, has not been able to generate much in the way of a leg attack. There's that underhook, same position. He just drives so hard forward, and really when Cardenas whizzes down, that really gets Hidley in that position to score. And he drops down to the leg, dives off out of bounds. They want another stall call, does NC State. They're not going to get it. 7-2 the score, 14 to go in the second.
Cardenas' corner is yelling, trust your shot, trust your shot. And that's what we haven't seen, really. We haven't seen a shot from Cardenas. And, you know, in a position where Hidley's been really controlling the pace, Cardenas has got to turn the tide, get his offense going.
So it's 7-2 Hidley as we start the third period. He's got a minute 54 of riding time to his credit as well. Up to his feet already is Trent Hidley. And he's looking for hands, can't get it. They'll go out of bounds, 1:52 left in the third. Quick stand up by Hidley. Big lift in return by Jacob Cardenas, but right back up to his feet, undeterred is Trent Hidley. He's gonna get the escape as Cardenas gonna load and fire that double leg, but the face of Trent Hidley in the way.
Another stall call against Cardenas.
And a stall point against Cardenas makes it 9-2. Riding time over a minute for Hidley, so potential riding time point coming could make this a major decision. As you mentioned, Hidley so low to the ground. Tough to create those openings. Cardenas would like to fire a hard double right through him, but when the head's in the way like that, and Hidley's been so aggressive, it's gonna be a while before he gets hit for stalling. There's that underhook punch by Trent in his final year at NC State. Has that national title on his mind. Of course, Aaron Brooks, a familiar foe, stands in his way as the top-ranked 197-pounder, but I have a hard time putting anyone else ahead of Trent Hidley at this weight class, at least at this point.
From what we've seen so far this year, Hidley looks like the next best guy.
17 to go here in the third. Riding time is locked, effectively a 10-2 lead as Hidley's gonna circle back in. Kozak gets so nervous when they get near him, not me.
I'm ready for him, I'm gonna catch him.
Oh, nice single. 3 seconds left. And gonna circle these last couple seconds with riding time. A 10-2 win for Trent Hidley. Gives a couple smacks to the face.
As we do.
Because he's Trent.
Man, Trent Hidley, so impressive this tournament. Looks like he's jumped some levels, and even the move up to 197, man, he looks better than ever.
Strong performance there. I mean, Cardenas had one of the most impressive performances of the semifinal round.
Yeah.
And then so Cardenas techs all red, and Hidley majors Cardenas.
And then
Jackson Smith gonna
Jackson Smith
get the
takes
win.
out Tanner Sloan. He had a big lift to back points.
He's done that a couple times. That's one of his most dynamic holds, and it's a difference maker for him.
Tanner Sloan returning NCAA Finals, ranked number 2 in the country. Goes down. The upsets don't stop here.
One of my favorite guys to watch, right there on your screen on the left, Iowa State's Younger Bastida. This guy is fun.
Navy's Grady Grease, he's been very solid this year, especially win over Pittsburgh's Dayton Pitzer, week 2 of the NCAA season. Grady Grease ranked number 10 in the country, and Younger Bastida does a little somersault. Shake hands, and we're underway.
Heavyweight action semifinal in the black and red for Iowa State, Younger Bastida. And in the gold and navy of Navy, Grady Grease.
Younger ranked number 6, Grease number 10.
Opposite semis, Campbell's Tay Gadali taking on Michigan's Lucas Davison. Younger's counter ability is incredible. If you attack his lead leg, he goes shin whizzer, 360, a lot of ways to counter score, and of course he can generate as well. Complete package as a wrestler from neutral, and there's an attack, and he goes upper body, and there's gonna be 3 and then some. Any near fall coming? Let's see. 2, in fact, 5-0, just like that. The power of Bastida is remarkable at this weight class. Making the move up from 197 has proven to be huge for him.
Yeah, Coach Dresser said a full feed. Younger Bastida, he's dangerous. Re-energized, revitalized, not having to cut any weight. And man, we saw it in the semis, we saw it there. This is the offense that he has, is just as good as anyone in the country at heavyweight.
And he's attacking the one side. He was tripping with his other leg, and he's coming up around the body. Just attacks from everywhere.
No space, no space, Grady.
Nice double leg. Oh, clean finish there by Younger. Headgear comes off. And headgear might have snapped off. So they're gonna have to maybe find another pair.
So we're 8-1 here on our semifinal. Younger in the lead, and 0-0 between Lucas Davison and Tay Gadali.
Might be a competitive one.
It could be competitive, but yeah, Gadali's been impressive this year. Seems to have jumped some levels.
And Younger jumps the start slightly. There's the escape, 8-2 now. And level change from Younger. No score there as they come up over under. Kerry Colat and Blaze Cobble in the corner for Grease, Kevin Dresser and Brent Metcalf. There's a stall warning after Younger fires off a high crotch and finishes. the finishing of Bastida is honestly almost as impressive as his attacks. When
Yeah.
he gets in, he has all the answers, putting his opponent down. It's 11-2 after 1 period. Actually, it's not even concluded yet.
Yeah,
He doesn't
Bastida-
want to give it
Woo!
up.
Big lift there. Bastida, you know, not the biggest heavyweight, but like you said, once he gets to those legs, it's almost a sure thing he's going to come out with 3 points.
And it looks like Yonger's bleeding.
On deck on mat 4.
Well, we have a break, a little update with our team score. Nebraska in the lead, 112. Ohio State, 109.5, and Iowa State, 108. So if Yonger wins here, Iowa State will take the lead in that in our team standings.
How many points do you get punching from semis to finals?
I'm not sure. Let me check.
I think it's
6 points.
6. We'll start the second underneath Will Bastida.
Yeah, 6 points for a win in the semis.
And a little sit out there from Bastida. Makes it 12-2, 10-point lead. Riding time not a factor. Davison gets a takedown and I believe some near fall to make it 6-1. Oh, nice high crotch by Yonger Bastida. 3 more, 15-2. 13-point lead.
1 takedown away from a tech fall.
Yeah, how much is he gonna work for a turn here when he's just a takedown away from ending this match? Escape makes it 15-3. Yonger snaps out of it. He's got, oh, nice single leg. Chase into the, now lifts it up, nothing yet. Pulls it out.
Wow.
And Grease able to defend. Lateral drop attempt, but nothing happening. That's gonna be 3. Tech fall victory for Yonger Bastida, who continues to just be nothing but impressive.
Woo! Yonger Bastida, how many takedowns do you have there? 5 takedowns maybe? 4,
He only had 2
6?
near fall. I think he had 6.
Whatever it was, man, so impressive from start to finish. Yonger Bastida moving on to the finals. And that's it for us in our semifinals. We'll be back with you for the finals of the CKLV live here on FloWrestling at 6:00 p.m. Eastern Time. For Christian Piles, I'm John Kozak. We'll see you then.